Welcome back to our love story, part 28. Okay, now we are in England.
Yes, and we're in my apartment, and we decided we were going to move into a house. So we went looking, and there was this nice house in Whitton Avenue West. So we thought we'd put in an offer, and I can't remember why, but it was taking ages to go through. Ages and ages. I don't know whether
Can you
they...
move your arm up so I can lean back?
I don't know whether it's because of they were buying and they couldn't get a place or what was happening, I don't know. But anyway, it took ages. And because when I went there to have a look round, this bloke was an engineer just like me. And he had done a lot of things. He made this turntable in the pantry so you could put all stuff round there and spin it round. This was before you buy these little things. He had already invented it. Do you remember? Mm-hmm. Went round and round. And so I said, oh, that's fantastic. I'm going to keep that. And I told him, I'm going to keep this, keep that, keep all this, keep all that. And so I must have impressed him, and he must have thought, oh yeah, we're definitely going to sell it to this bloke because he won't wreck it all. And so it went on for flipping 6 months or more, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
A long time. In any case, eventually we actually got it. And he kept the same price. Prices were going up over that period, but we still paid the same price for it. He didn't ask for any more for it. Right. So then, of course, we moved into the house. Didn't we have a lot of work done on it though? Don't remember because...
Well, that was after, later when Chardonnay was born.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because
remember?
We had to be careful with Chardonnay falling down the holes. Because actually Chardonnay learned to walk. She didn't crawl a lot, did she? Because she couldn't. There was no room to crawl. So she was used to hanging on to things. And she walked more than she ever crawled. She didn't crawl a lot.
The hardest part was dropping Chardonnay at the babysitter when she was 6 months old. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
Because I had to go to work. Because I don't know if I mentioned already that I had graduated with nursing, and I was working at the hospital, and my baby was already born.
Because you had to work so long at the hospital before you get your degree, didn't you? Do you remember? It was part of the course, wasn't it?
Clinicals. Everybody does clinicals.
And so you were actually pregnant when you were working there, weren't you?
Yeah. I was. I got pregnant a year before, or 9 months before I finished school. I knew that by the time I have a baby, I'll be
finished.
I'll be done.
Just about finished, yeah.
Just about finished. And it worked out fine.
Because you had the baby at the hospital, didn't you, at the Royal Free?
Yeah. So I didn't want to say where exactly because,
yeah.
So then I was working. Let's talk about how we ended up here so we can wrap this up.
Righto.
So I was working at the hospital in Hampstead with this Filipino girl, and I used to notice her reading every time. So I asked her, I said, what are you studying? And she said, NCLEX. That time I didn't know what NCLEX was. So she explained to me that if you want to work in America, you have to take this exam. It's an exam that nurses take. And then she said, why don't you study with me so I can have a study partner? So I said, okay, I'll talk to my husband and see what he thinks. So I told Alan, I think Alan just thought, whatever.
Well,
he's just saying.
But you did explain to me.
And you said it's a lot of studying.
Yeah.
Well, you said that with nursing too.
Yeah.
Do you know it's a lot of studying? Yeah. You remember you said that?
Yeah. But anyway,
you didn't believe that I can do it.
It was not quite as simple as that, because what my wife said, don't worry, we're all going to get our green cards, because it's through an agency, wasn't it? Remember?
Yeah, so through an agency.
What will happen is once I pass all these exams, then we'll all get our green cards. That's us. Well, our daughter wasn't old enough, but our son and me and
everybody
will
will get a green card.
Yeah, except for Chardonnay would have had to wait until she grows up, of course. But she would have her national insurance number. So I said, all right then, I knew I must have been getting on for 50 then, because I knew I was going to retire at 50, remember?
Mm-hmm. That was the plan.
That was the plan.
Yes. So we agreed that I, take
if you want to do it, do it.
I study and take the exam. Then we take it from there.
Yeah, see once you pass.
So I signed up through the agency, £350, got my materials to study, started studying while I was at work, because sometimes we do nights and, do days. I was studying studying.
I think you were doing nights then, weren't you?
Well, in England, that time, everybody did nights 3 times a month.
Oh, right. Okay.
The other 3 weeks you do days.
Oh, right.
So when I was working nights, that's when I was working with that woman that you know, encouraged
Because that's
me
when I had
into-
time off work to look after Chardonnay.
Right.
As I remember.
Well, you had time off when Chardonnay was born because
Yeah.
it was what did they call it? Anyway, let's go to part 29 of our love story.